Hello guys, I hope you all are having a great day. My name is Maros and today we'll be talking about a really interesting topic, that is Nvidia versus AMD. Which graphics card should you buy? So these graphics cards and these companies have been here for a very long time and they are really great contenders with each other. They both perform really well in game editing and they have really good prices, but there is a difference. In some games, Nvidia performs better than the AMD and vice versa. So today we are going to be talking about all these things like the gaming performance, the editing performances, other preferences, and in the end we will talk about the results and the prices. So without any further ado, let's get straight into the video. So let's start with the basic information of both the companies. Nvidia is a company which mainly focuses on making graphics cards and other hardware and software solutions to boost your gaming performance, provide you better FPS and better quality on games. Their latest line of GPUs that they're having right now is the GTX 2000 series, which consists of GTX 1030, 1050, 1060 and etc. Whereas the AMD side has two parts, which is the GPU and the CPU part. The latest GPU line is the RX Vega graphics and also the RX 560, 570 and 580, which is not the latest but it is used nowadays. And the CPU line has the Ryzen series, which is really popular and has given a hard time to Intel. So this tells us that Nvidia is basically a gaming company which only boasts on gaming performance and GPUs, whereas AMD gives both the credit to CPUs and GPUs to provide a gamer better experience, so that you can buy the AMD Ryzen series CPU and a Radeon RX Vega graphics or the RX 580 for a really good gaming experience. Now coming to the prices, both graphics cards are very similarly priced at the mid and the start of 2017, but because of crypto mining and cryptocurrencies, the prices are varying a lot. Like sometimes you can get the GTX 1060 for about $280 to $320, whereas at the same time the RX 580 costs about $400 plus, so that is a really big disadvantage, but sometimes it's vice versa. So it really depends on the time when you're seeing it, and for the effect of crypto mining, there were many discounts on GPUs, but whereas now there are really barely discounts on the GPUs that we can buy. So the best budget graphics card that are going in the Nvidia and the AMD line is the Nvidia GTX 1050 and the 1050 Ti. The GTX 1060 sometimes comes to the budget, but it is mostly above $300, and the RX 580 is also mostly above the budget. So in the Nvidia line you can look out for the RX 560 and sometimes the RX 570 because it is mainly out of stock because of crypto mining, as it is a really good card for mining. So this concludes that the prices does not vary a lot in this era of crypto mining, and you can also watch my previous video that I will link above in the cards, so that you can see the best budget graphics card in the era of crypto mining, so you can get a better idea which graphics card to buy right now. Is this the Nvidia or the AMD? Now let's talk about the performance of these two cards. So the Nvidia GTX 2000 series is ahead of AMD because the latest AMD RX Vega 64 graphic does not match GTX 1050 Ti. They are barely a contender for the GTX 1080, and Nvidia has launched the GTX 1080 Ti, which cost above $1,000, and also the GTX Titan 5, which the AMD lineup cannot match. They're far away from Nvidia, but there are hopes that we can see a new AMD structure and also a new AMD structure, a new Nvidia structure, in the late 2018 or the mid of 2018. So tune up for that. And basically the gaming performance in these two cards really matters a lot. Like some games will perform better on AMD. Mostly the esport titles perform better on AMD, but some games like The Witcher 3 and PUBG performs a bit better on the Nvidia side. But this in the end also depends on the CPU, the RAM. It helps to create the difference between the two graphics cards. But mostly the gamers that want 4K on their Ultra HD or their curved Ultra HD 140Hz or 240Hz monitors, they'll mostly go with GTX 1080 Ti and the GTX and the Titan 5 or the Titan XP, because these are GPUs that are really best and the best bang for your buck for 4K games. Whereas the RX Vega 64 performs good at 4K in games, but it is not a really good contender for what GTX 1080 Ti and the Titan 5 gives to the user. So this concludes that there is no one better in the game performance, as some games perform better on AMD and some on Nvidia. and this really depends on you which one you want to buy, as that really depends on your gaming preferences. Now coming to daily tasks and editing and rendering other stuff, AMD clearly takes the lead from Nvidia. Nvidia is really good at rendering and editing, but the AMD lineup has something special. They can perform better than the Nvidia cards. They can render quickly than the Nvidia cards, and mostly the editors, they have AMD graphics card installed in their PCs or their laptops. So why is this? Simply, this is because AMD is better at multitasking, whereas GTX series 2000 series, or you can say the Nvidia, is mainly focused on gaming. It is focused on editing, but not that much, whereas AMD fulfills all the compartments that the graphics card can fulfill. So in this case, the AMD takes the lead, and the best AMD graphics right now for the competitor of the GTX 1050 is the RX 560, and for the competitor for the GTX 1060 is the RX 580. So if you are looking for just editing and play some light esport games on your PC or your laptop, you should go with the RX 580, as it will give you a little bit edge over the Nvidia's GTX 1060 or the 1050 Ti, or maybe even the 1070 Founders Edition. Now coming to the overall performance and the ending results, both graphics cards are really good at specific and different parts. Like editing, you can go with the RX 580 or the Vega 56 graphics card, whereas if you want a really good 4K gaming experience, you must go with the GTX 1080 Ti or the Titan 5 and the Titan XP, as they will give you better results. But there is no time battle between these two cards, cause it will only waste your money and your time, cause both of these graphics cards are really good and have been there for a lot of time in the market. Both of the graphics cards need to be in the market, as they both fight for our money, so we can get better discounts and they learn from each other's mistakes. If there was only Nvidia in the market, they would not learn from the mistakes, as they would not see any other contender and would would only produce the graphics card that they're producing now. But due to AMD, they see the competition, they learn their mistakes and give us better results, options, and good performance for the price. So this concludes this video. I hope you had a great time watching the video. I spent almost about 20 plus hours planning this video, researching about this, and it took about 2 hours to record this video. So if you please could give it a thumbs up, it will be really nice, and if you could subscribe to the channel if you loved the video, then it would help me a lot. And thanks for watching, guys. My name is Amaros and I'm signing out.